Namaste. Welcome to Love Wins. I hope you are having a blessed and beautiful reality. My present moment is Saturday morning, and it's a beautiful day. Let's burn. So I wanted to pop in and send my gratitude to all of you that have been with me through this journey, in this alchemy of this dark cycle of existence that we have been alchemizing our way out of, right? I want to remind you that we're not in a rush. There is absolutely nothing in this world right now that should cause your frequency to go into a stressful state where anxiety and fear comes in, that is external to you, making you feel you need to do something more than what your soul is telling you you need to do. My beliefs are a threat to the agenda, the suppressive, controlling, manipulative agenda. But I fear no man. I fear no law. For I have God in my heart. My soul is awake. And I see through all illusions, delusions, and distortions. So, with that said, I have a few messages that need to come through. One is from Yeshua. Beautiful, beautiful Yeshua, ascended master who carried Christ consciousness. Yeshua has been with me since childhood. I did not know that. I did as a little girl. On the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, I had a Minnie Mouse baby doll. And I lifted up my shirt and I put my baby doll, I called it Baby Jesus. That was the name of my Minnie Mouse, under my shirt and brought her to my breast. And when my mom asked me what I was doing, I said I was feeding baby Jesus. Along the way on my path, I got really uncomfortable with the whole concept of Jesus, and I couldn't understand why. And I got uncomfortable in churches, and I didn't understand why. And I get very triggered when my grandmother called me an atheist, because I didn't understand why. Because I was on a super awakening path of my journey, like place in my path, where I told my grandmother that the angels and the aliens were the same thing. They working together for the ascension. And she called me an atheist. It triggered me. Because I felt like she didn't understand me. She didn't understand this wisdom that I was trying to bring through, right? But my grandmother died indoctrinated. She died paying tithes to the Catholic Church, the same Catholic Church that molested my brother when he went to the clergy to become a priest. And instead, he became a gay man. Is that wrong or is that right? I don't believe it's neither. I believe it's the path he took. You go through things to come back to you. Trials, tribulations. You have to experience life to know what's for you and what's not for you. But Yeshua came through. I was washing dishes and making a soup. and Bella was helping me. Actually, we were making collards. We were making collard greens. This was a couple days ago. And Bella was breaking up the greens. And she said, Jesus Christ. And she says it a lot. She watches TV. She watches YouTube. People say it. Other kids say it. Other adults say it. Everywhere out in the world, people use that term for many reasons. It bothers my mother. It bothers my mother because she has been told, do not use the Lord's name in vain. Well, Jesus is not the Lord. And there's a lot of people who are affiliated with the Christian church that do not walk in Christ consciousness, do not walk the way, are not good people. But they still say, well, you go to church. They go to church and they, please forgive me for my sins. And they call Jesus their Lord and their Savior. And Jesus himself, Yeshua, does not want to be called Jesus. He says, stop calling me Jesus. I'm not Jesus. They named me Jesus. They created Jesus. The church created Jesus. The man that they wrote about, that walked this planet, that performed miracles. The same miracles that you're capable of performing in an awakened state. When you have control, when you have coherence with the mind and the heart, chakras aligned, aware of your energetic body, calling back all fragments of your soul. There's nothing that Jesus did, that Yeshua did, that you can't do in an awakened state. But you have to heal. You have to feel it to heal it. And as you start healing it, you start coming online. You start waking up and your body starts responding. Because all of your dormant DNA comes online. You don't have junk DNA. They told you you have junk DNA? That's a freaking lie. You have ancient wisdom lying in your DNA that's ready to be woken up. So Bella's making her collards, and my brother walks through as I'm explaining to her why I don't want her to say Jesus Christ in that context. And I say straightforward because it bothers grandma. It bothers grandma. You know, just respect how she feels while she's going through her phase of healing and what she needs to go through. It bothers her. It bothers her because it's something that she has been programmed to believe. We don't say the Lord's name in vain. For one, it wasn't even in vain. And for two, he's not the Lord. The Most High Mother and Father, the Source Creator, is the Lord, even says in the Bible, Jesus is the Son of God. Therefore, not the Lord. And the man Yeshua said not to worship him. Wow. Hold on. Can we say holy freaking traffic? The man Yeshua said not to worship him, for he is not the Lord. He is just showing you the ways of the Lord. The way into your heart, where God lives. As above, so below, as within, so without. So I break it down to my daughter and I say to her, and I'm looking right at my brother in his eyes, his big old bright blue eyes, and he stares at me and I say, Jesus is what the church gave you. He goes, well, in some religions. I said, in some religions. We're not talking about religion here. Organized religion is indoctrination. We're talking about the cosmic truth, the Most High Mother and Father, God, Source, Creator, is God. And Jesus was a name that the church gave you to worship a false God because his name was Yeshua. And you can call him whatever you want. It is a consciousness. It is a consciousness. He was a man who carried Christ's consciousness. God is man awakened. And to call Jesus your Lord is to give your power away to a false god. And that is the kind of knowledge, wisdom, awakening that so many are not ready for. And they will call me a satanic devil worshiper, whatever bullshit they want to call me. But Yeshua walks with me. He is one of my main guides. He's been with me since childhood. Ascended masters, our jinn spirits, our master souls, who body jump just as much as dark entities body jump. These bodies are vessels, guys. 11:11 on my timer. These bodies are vessels. And the whole analogy of the dark wolf and the light wolf, the dark angel, the light angel, that is your consciousness. And you are both. And your heart gets weighed when you meet your maker. When you drop this body and your soul goes on, your heart gets weighed. And how heavy is your heart? Do you make your moves in life for the highest good of all and harm to none? Or not, right? So now the rumor is that voodoo, that I practice voodoo. I don't fuck with voodoo, none of that stuff. I tap into my natural intuition and I harness the magic that is within me and that is within the earth, that is accessible, 1212 on my timer, accessible to me and anyone who chooses to tap into the natural magic that is life. The natural magic that is life. If your heart is dark meaning vengeance, anger, greed, lust, and you start tapping into things that you don't really know too much about, and you're using sources like dark web to tap into these, you are very susceptible to entity attachment. And that is a very dangerous game to be playing without spiritual protection, in an unawakened state, in an unconscious state. And I just want to say to anyone out there, touch not thy anointed ones. This is spiritual warfare. This is spiritual warfare. And Yeshua, Christ consciousness, the vessel of Christ consciousness, is here, been here, never left, never left. The return of Christ is happening in our hearts. It's happening right now in your hearts. We're loved ones. So I pulled from 2 decks, 2 cards. I got the 7 of Pentacles and have faith in your dreams. Last message I talked about having faith in your dreams. What are your dreams? Because Yeshua wants to make your dreams come true. The Christ consciousness that is flooding Gaia to assist in this ascension wants you to make your dreams come true. Because if your dreams are pure, and if your dreams are for the highest good of all, then you have assistance right now. Okay? Do you see this tree? It's coming up from the ground. All these pentacles under here. You have assistance. Do you have any messages, Spirit? When I say Spirit, I'm just speaking to the unseen. Hold your vision. Hold your vision. I've got beautiful pentacles growing underground, and I'm making some beautiful things over here. And I'm not going to speak about it on this channel right now until it's materialized enough that it's not under attack from all of the people in my life that don't want me to succeed, because their dream, their heart is dark, and me succeeding means them failing, which means they are not in alignment with the highest good of all. They are not in alignment with the highest good of all. And I'm here for the ascension, and I'm here for the healing, and I got Yeshua on my side, and I have ascended masters on my side, and God has weighed my heart, and I am an angel. I came here for this shit. So hold your vision, guys. Hold your vision, because we are, as the world's getting darker and more chaotic, remember, things have to fall away to be rebuilt, and all that is needing to go needs to go. So in this time, it's land, food, and skills. What can you do in your reality right now for safety? Because safe spaces is what we're creating over here. And if you would like to donate, please and thank you. I am so grateful for any and all donations that have come through. But I am building some beautiful things over here, and it's about children, and it's about art, and it's creating, and I have made some partnerships, and we are going to make beautiful community mural. That's as much information as I'm going to give you. We got a beautiful community mural being built, okay? And the children will be a part of it, and I have partnered with some people here in Flint, Michigan, and we're going to bring some light to some dark places, and we're going to create, just to create, because it is in creating where you raise your vibration. It is in creating where you tap into your Christ consciousness, your higher self. That's the magic. The beautiful magic of life is creating just to create. You don't work hard. We didn't come here to work hard. If tending your land and creating your home and picking up trash and adding to the planet is hard work, and this life ain't for you, you know, that's natural stuff. That's the natural part of living. There is nothing in this life that is, I had a friend just say this to me, and it was a really beautiful way he broke it down. Nothing in this life is, what's the word, you are entitled to. There's so much arrogant entitlement. Even having a mother or a father that loves you is a blessing, because there's so many that don't even have that. Everything extra is a blessing. You live and you die. The only thing given is you get a life to live, and then you die. And everything else is a blessing. And if you are not in a state of understanding that it's a blessing and giving gratitude to those blessings, God have mercy on your soul. Because it is hell that you are creating for yourself as creator, co-creator with the Most High. You reap what you sow. And nothing will come of that situation. So, why do I have any more messages to leave with? I feel like the Rose Oracle is staring at me. I've been getting roses, roses, roses. And y'all know one of my business, my art page is 22 roses. So. And then I got, oh, this one's throwing down on the floor. That's a lot of cards. One card from the Rose Oracle. I got a hot tub to put together today. Open. All right. Open. Say yes. Expand through extremes. Trust life. Trust, that's a difficult one, right? Faith. I have not dropped my mustard seed. Have you lost your mustard seed? Because with that mustard seed, God will move mountains. I see my mountains moving. I'm not even going to tell y'all about them now. It's really exciting. But I'm still in this court case, and I still got people who have dark hearts and agendas and pride and ego, and they don't want their shadows to be exposed. But that is completely out of my control, because your shadows need to be integrated, and you reap what you sow, and your heart will be weighed. Trust life. Do you trust life? I trust life. I trust that God knows what God's doing, and my soul is high intelligence, and it chose this mission. My soul chose this mission. I came here for this shit. It's all about the kids. I'm a protector of Gaia. I'm a protector of the children. And I trust life. Do you trust life? And if you don't, why? That's a journal prompt for you. You've experienced a lot of fear. You've experienced a lot of bad things. You've experienced a lot of people that had dark hearts and ulterior motives, right? But where were you consciously? Were you in alignment with integrity in those times? Be honest with yourself. Or were you just trying to get something out of it as well, right? There comes a time where the integrity in your heart has to be more important than the promises of the devil, the lies and the manipulation. And the devil, which is an energy, works through everyone, anyone and everyone, anyone and everyone. Okay? Because it's an inside job. Are we ascending or not? Right? And a lot of people don't even know that it's an option. They're so caught up in the propaganda of life, the agenda, the matrix, the bullshit. The bullshit. Unsubscribe to the bullshit. And yeah, I cuss and I curse and I carry the sword. And you know who else works with me? Archangel Michael. The sword of truth. He hands me the sword and says, "Speak, my child." And I speak. the crowning. Initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. The wastelands, sustainability. Slow down, tend to your garden. Like I said in the beginning of the message, we are not in a rush. Slow down, tend to your garden. What needs to get done right in front of you? Right in front of you. Land, food, and skills. Safe spaces. Your first home is your body. Are you safe in your body? Are you safe in your thoughts? Do you feel safe in your heart? Because if anxiety exists, if fear exists, if those things exist, there's more work to do. Breathe, purge, fast, ground, rest. Depression is deep rest. So if you feel a depression coming along, allow it. Allow your body to rest. You have to feel it to heal it. Are you crying a lot? I had someone message me saying, this is not for your YouTube, but I can't stop crying. I live in the light. Everything's for my YouTube. Don't come to me with something that's not for my YouTube, because I don't hide in the shadows. I walk through the shadows. Anubis opens the gate and lets me in. And we walk hand in hand to bring the light to it. If you're crying a lot, you have to feel it to heal it. That is all of the things that you haven't allowed yourself to feel that is now surfacing. Trust me, I'm going through that too. I'm crying in children's movies. I'm crying when butterflies fly by. And I'm like, oh my, it is a beautiful process. You gotta feel it to heal it. But I got the Book of Enoch sitting in here. And so I'm just going to randomly open to a page, because it just feels like what I'm being guided to do. And I feel like there's a message. Whatever page I open to, and not the page I was reading on, is the message that needs to come through for somebody who is, my energy is tapping into somebody's energy. And this book has 3 different versions. It has the Ethiopian Book of Enoch, the Slavonic Secrets of Enoch, and the Hebrew Book of Enoch. So I don't even know which depiction we are going to get to, but I am in the Book of Enoch, the complete edition, chapter 107. And I saw written on them that generation upon generation shall transgress, till a generation of righteousness arises, and transgression is destroyed, and sin passes away from the earth, and all manner of good comes upon it. And now, my son, go and make known to thy Lamech that this son which has been born is in truth his son, and that this is no lie. And when Methuselah had heard the words of his father Enoch, for he had shown to him everything in secret, he returned and showed them to him, and called the name of that son Noah, for he will comfort the earth after all the destruction. It brought me to that. Noah was building his ark, and nobody believed Noah, right? Don't that kind of look like right now? Have you been building your ark? I'll tell you what, I've been building my ark. And there's a whole lot of people that are going to drown when the floods come. But make it rain, Gaia, make it rain. Make it rain, Gaia. I love you. I love you all. Have a blessed and beautiful reality. Know that love wins. We're building safe spaces here. Your first home is your body. You gotta feel it to heal it. And once you are safe in your body, you will find that you are safe anywhere in this world. It doesn't matter if it has 4 walls and a door and a window. None of that matters. Become safe in your body. Know thyself. Know thyself, okay? I love you so very much. I do. Each and every one of you tuning into this message. And as this channel grows, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of it and for all of you. Let's go into our hearts, guys. Let's ascend, because we came here for this. Be the light in the dark. Love wins.